Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. I think we have a list of 9 properties today, and we got a special guest star, so we're gonna have some fun. And for the life of me, I can't figure out what's going on with a few of these properties. Let's see what we're talking about. 620 Ferguson, number 33, is 457. It's about a 1,500 square foot home with a finished basement. So we've seen that this, if it's not at 620 Ferguson, if it's a Mattamy home in the area, it goes for like, 470. Nice. I don't understand. Jackie, I need a hand with this. Why stainless steel white? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. What it is good for? Absolutely nothing.
So we got pot lights here. We have crown moldings. They spent so much money here, and it looks out of place with a white stove. Big master bedroom. The other 2 rooms are not huge, but they're not bad. And the forest behind. So all of this stuff together, the finished basement, the forest, the size of the home, the finishes that they've done. I'll put my own stove in, but I'm just saying it creates a better impression. 457 to me seems low. I wouldn't be surprised if it's sold in with a few offers for more than what they're asking. Now here we go, 357 Prosser Circle. They're even holding back on offers on this one at 475. And finished basement, 1,500 square feet, same as the previous ones. We're talking about a $20,000 difference in price, almost 18 or whatever it is. And I don't really think this one looks that much better. And they still haven't matched appliances.
Yeah. What it is good for? Absolutely nothing.
I just don't get it. Anyway, nice layout, open concept upstairs. You've got a laundry room, plus you have 3 bedrooms, and I don't know if there's grass in the backyard. You may have to check the virtual tour. The other thing is, whenever we see a possession of 12, 14, 2015, there's a very, very good chance that the owners of this home have purchased something. I personally try and avoid putting a specific date for the possession because I think it gives up a little bit of the seller's motivation. Instead, I mean, what are we at? November. I'd probably put 30 to 60 days kind of thing. And just to give people a general sense that we want something maybe a little sooner. So this one on Fourth Line has been trying to sell since like September, and so they started at 549, 545, and then 535. Price is the great fixer of any issues. If you've got a rough looking home, or if your marketing isn't good, then price will eventually start to swallow it up. But I look, $15,000 price drop. This is a 1,400 square foot home with a finished basement. It's actually the same floor plan as Bowring. Bowring's the better street, but remember, they were asking like 580, so there's a huge price difference here. But the point is that to drop $15,000 and not change the photos, like I would almost say, well, let's drop 5 or 10, but let's reinvest some money in better photos. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't think this presents the home very well. I also think that light needs to go. Especially they've spent the money in the kitchen. They put a backsplash up. They put a nice hood fan. That stuff matters. You have to. It's a different game when you sell a house. The basement doesn't look too bad. But the thing is, if you got a real professional photographer, cleaned it up a bit, got rid of some of the exercise equipment, I mean, the sky's really the limit. I don't know. I mean, Fourth Line can be a busier street, which is something that might hold them back. But library just down the street. You've got the high school just down on the other side. Great schools, parks in the area. I would have taken better photos.
Yeah. What it is good for? Absolutely nothing.
830 Willow. 539.9, 55 by 120 foot lot. It's in Dorset Park. So this style is a raised bungalow. So you've got a garage here, and the driveway goes down, and there's a drain at the bottom of the driveway. What I like about this configuration is that if you have older relatives, it's actually because of the slope of the driveway, you could have them walk in through the garage into the basement and have a little suite set up down there so they can live. So I think that this house option is going to continue to be desirable as the baby boomers get a bit older, they start moving in with the kids, they start wanting to be close to grandkids, and we see those blended family situations. I think that this is a really good layout for doing that. The disadvantage is your basement is smaller because your garage actually takes up probably 200 or more square feet from the floor plan, basically, because it's right underneath this part. Cuts down on the space. So normally there's a room right here, and then there's a hallway, maybe a bathroom and laundry and everything else, and then there's one rec room on the side here. And from the pictures, that looks like what they did. They've got a nice tub sink in here, renovated kitchen. It's not a massive kitchen, but bungalows, homes built in this time usually weren't. There's your big room right there. That's your smaller room. And then you've got a bathroom and an in-ground pool too. So I think the price is really good on this one. For what else is sold in the area, this is at least as good, if not better, compared to some of the recent sales around the 530, 540 mark. March 2016 possession. So there's people that are saying, I want to wait till spring. Well, guess what? There's homes that are looking to close in the spring that are listing right now, because for a lot of people, they don't want to list in December, January. And so they choose to do things now. So if you're looking, or if you know someone who's looking, you may want to start getting them, just starting to open their eyes and to see what else is out there. Okay, 1194 Bonin. Before we get into the photos, Annette, can you zoom in on this little thing right here? Okay, so this home is not a semi, not a townhouse, and not a link. It's a single home, which that's kind of a euphemism for detached, attached above ground by garage wall only. Well, I got news for you. That's called a link. That's what a link is. And it's fascinating to me that it says it's not a link, because it is a link. A link is a home that's joined by non-interior walls, which would include a garage, or it would include a basement wall. Unbelievable.
Yeah. What it is good for? Absolutely nothing.
All right, let's get to the pictures. Now you can see how high they've taken this cliff. They did not use a drone. They are on top of the hill here. There's a sloping, it's called a berm, and behind that berm is train tracks. It's nice to have a pie-shaped lot here. It looks like the kitchen might even have a suite with a kitchen. Whoops. And yeah, it looks nice inside. There's nothing wrong with the way it looks, the impression. I don't know why there's little cheerleader pom-poms hanging off the ceiling, but to each their own. And there's the basement there too. So I don't know how big this one is. I'm not familiar with the model, but it's a link. Okay, so the last one is 1301 Derry. I've reviewed this home probably 7 or 8 times over the years. It was purchased, I think, for something around $3 million a couple of years ago. I don't know what happened, but it's a bank sale now. It used to be owned by Mike Vanderjagt, who was the kicker for the Argos, and then he also went to the Colts and bought this home with his signing bonus. And anyway, you can see the age. I mean, building this home and putting all the stuff in it, it's like the style reminds you of something that would have been really super hot and funky like 15 years ago, but it's a little bit dated right now. But huge rooms. Here's the thing, you're showing all this stuff, and the problem is, like, even the glass block, like very kind of old school. The thing about this, there is a basketball court here. There is a wicked pool. There's a par 3 golf hole. There's a beach volleyball court. And they're not showing any of it. They're showing some old empty-ass home. Show the cool stuff about this place.
Yeah. What it is good for? Absolutely nothing. Yeah. What it is good for? Absolutely nothing.
So there we go. That's the list. We also have one from the Oakville Milton Real Estate Board. It's not a bad looking bungalow. So if you have any questions, if you want to see anything, let us know. And go watch Rush Hour tonight. What a great movie. See you tomorrow.